Peter Vincent, and I also like that we still, I
She's a performance artist.
Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to Vampire Weekend. So we are on day 6 now, part B. So, for this one for today, I'm reviewing Fright Night Part 2. Yes, Fright Night Part 2, the sequel to 1985's original Fright Night. This one is written by Tommy Lee Wallace, Tim Metcalf, and Mijol Tajifoloris or something. Directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, starring Roddy McDowell, William Ragsdale, Traci Lind, and Julie Carman. So this is 3 years after the first one, where Charlie is now 20 years old and at college, and as a result, has had psychological therapy, and now believes that Jerry was nothing but a serial killer posing as a vampire. And Peter Vincent is carrying on with his show Fright Night, and also Charlie has a new has a girlfriend in this that isn't Amy this time. It is Alex Young, played by Traci Lind. And yeah, just as Charlie is getting his head around this and believing that all he experienced in the first movie is a delusion, he then finds that there's a clan of vampires, and that there's a vampire nest around the college that he's staying at, and he meets this woman named Regina, who he believes is a vampire, but then finds that that's all an act, but then finds it's real, and that Regina is the sister of Jerry, the vampire from the first movie. And and just like the first one, she, this time she's causing bother for Charlie, and him and Peter Vincent must once again team up to fight this evil menace. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes. First of all, I like this one. Was it good or better than the first movie? No, I didn't think this was as good as the first movie. I liked the new premise it had, the new setting, that it was at college this time and Charlie was a bit older. and and we had Roddy McDowell return as Peter Vincent, and I also like that we still, I like the vampires in it still, and I like Regina, the new antagonist for this one. She was beautiful and sexy and just an evil countess, a seductress kind of vampire, played by Julie Carman. And yeah, I really enjoyed watching this one, and just like the first one, it had a good soundtrack. I mean, the soundtrack wasn't as good as the first movie, but still, it was a good one. I also like that this had a werewolf in it, or some sort of werewolf vampire hybrid. I think it is this guy a werewolf? Is he and he was a sort of werewolf vampire hybrid. But it was interesting to see a werewolf creature in this. I was fascinated to see that. I also I also liked the character of Alex in this. Now, yeah, she wasn't Amy like in the first movie, but reason why she didn't return for the sequel, the actress, I can't remember her name now, but whether she wasn't interested or had other commitments, I don't know, but yeah, it's a shame she didn't return for this one. But she was, Alex, played by Traci Lind, she was okay in this. Of course, this had no involvement from Tom Holland. Tom Holland, who wrote and directed the first movie, he's just credited as, like, based on the characters created by Tom Holland. That's all his name is credited to in this. He didn't write or direct this one, but yeah, I don't know if Tom Holland was ever interested in a sequel. Maybe I haven't really looked into that much, but yeah, does it say anything here on the wiki page about it? Yeah, hang on. Confirmed that he was. It says here that Tom Holland had no interest, and there was a third movie originally set for 1990, but it was cancelled or shelved or whatever. Plans for a third movie were apparently in effect, but I think this sequel was a bit of a flop. I don't think it was well received at all. It says here it's a cult film now, a cult classic, and yeah, didn't do as well as the first movie. But as it got better with age, yeah, I guess it kind of has. But yeah, I kind of get that, I didn't really. Well, I thought this again was a bit of a slow burner, and like slow burners, I have a love-hate thing for. I think the first movie, it was worth the build-up and that, because we knew what was going to happen, but the sequel, we knew what was going to happen, and we just wanted to get to the point. And yeah, it was a little slow and boring. We got more than one vampire in it though this time, of course. Like I say, Regina had a whole clan or coven or whatever. So yeah, Fright Night Part 2. Is it as good? It's okay, just not brilliant. So ratings, I'll give it 3.5 steaks out of 5. So there we go. That's day 6 of Vampire Weekend. Have you seen this one? Let me know all that down below, and yeah, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. No pressure, but it would mean a great deal to me if you did. But like I say, it's all down to you and you alone. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and until then, next time, don't have nightmares.